YouTuber AndyPants released a new indie game.
I'm going to tell you right now, if this guy is in defense of AndyPants, this is AndyPants on an alternative channel. Kid 1. I can't wait to be a trans worker like teacher one day. Wow, is this supposed to be a boy? Definitely freak projection from this guy.
AndyPants Gaming has built a strong reputation on YouTube for calling out the rise of woke ideology in modern video games.
You made this video. Nobody would ever be like, oh, AndyPants is so great. Haha, AndyPants is obviously closeted and gay. This is actually the first time in my entire life I've agreed with Hassan Parker.
But it's important to remember
Is that Laney? No! No! It's our rising 10-year-olds. He made his own daughter from the real world to make her strip on a pole. I'm simply asking you to not children, but they're so cute with their little outfits. I can't I can't help myself sometimes. This game isn't even offensive anymore. It's just so stupid. Next on the docket. You guys remember AndyPants? This is AndyPants. This is pretty much all of his content. Black fatigue, girl boss fatigue. By the way, I'm just looking at the thumbnail and I'm seeing the girl from Mad TV, the black girl. I can't really point at it. What? She's great in like everything she does. What the fuck? It's in there twice, actually. This is all it is. It's just a bunch of like, hey guys, like I don't like some kind of minority. And then also he looks like, not this guy, right? But he looks like this. He's a 40-year-old man with shocked hair. The fuck? What? Deborah Wilson. She was good. This is what you're saying that shit? I think he's 5'6", by the way. What's black fatigue? It's called racism. Listen, empathy fatigue is real. Being told that you have to care about so many different things, especially at a time where the economy is on the down and it's tough to survive, people engage in empathy fatigue. They tune out of different people's problems because they don't have the capacity to deal with them because they don't have a lot of money, and I respect that. But black fatigue is racist. It's you deciding to take out your problems on black people. Again, empathy fatigue is fine. Generalized empathy fatigue is understandable, but this black fatigue shit is a dog whistle, especially from these grifting fucks that make money on outraging you, because that's what he makes money doing. And I'm fucking outraged right now because of this goddamn haircut. What the hell is this? What? Anyway, he made a really cool game. That's Chad versus gay Nazis. Which is appropriate because every single conservative that hates gay people is a gay person and they're a closeted homosexual. And I love gay people, by the way. It got taken down on pretty much everything. This is a video covering it. I don't know if they're positive or negative. But I did see some stuff on Twitter here. I did see some fucking stuff on Twitter. This specifically, this is a trans creator. I don't remember their name. Somebody could tell me. I kind of liked their videos when I was watching them. They were playing the game before it got taken down. I don't know what this is. Reading chat, completely missing the CSAM Andy AI generated his game. By the way, usage of AI, killing jobs. It's a bunch of young girls in some kind of facility. They're being watched while they bathe and put clothes on. AndyPants, get out of there! What are you doing? Oh my God. Our rising 10-year-old. Andy made this game, by the way. Andy made this game. These are supposed to be 10-year-old girls that Andrew made. Andrew made this game. AndyPants made this game, just to be clear. Bring me my child bride. It's a priest. It's incredible. I dedicate this game to my daughter, Margaret. Wow, incredible. I want to be absolutely clear with you here, and I don't want anybody to mistake what I think. If you don't like gay or trans people, I disagree with you, but as long as you're respectful, I can have a conversation with you. If you're making video games about how all gay and trans people are fucking groomers that want to watch little girls, you're a fucking pedophile that wants to watch kids, and you're projecting yourself onto gay and trans people, okay? I've never seen a gay or trans person be a pedophile. I was molested by a priest. I'm just kidding. They said I was too ugly. Okay? If you want to play stereotype bullshit, there's more fucking conservatives who pretend to be anti-fucking pedophile, like priests, who are molesting children than fucking trans people. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Okay? This is the dumbass logic that people use to say kill all men because men tend to commit more crimes. Okay? You don't do that. You don't generalize a whole group and demonize them. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? And by the way, your daughter, I feel bad for this fucking child, because if you're sitting out here making video games about how trans people are predators and then praising her, how do you act in public? How do you treat her? You're disgusting. You probably raise her like fucking shit, and she's not gonna actually know how to defend herself in the real world. It's psychotic. This is psychotic. This is insane. This is just bizarre. Your whole child? I dedicate this transphobic game about watching 10-year-old girls dance naked and child brides to my daughter. Hey, when I was making this game, projecting myself onto trans people as they wanted to sleep with children, I was thinking of you, Margaret, my 10-year-old daughter. I'm assuming she's 10. It's disgusting. Just disgusting. What is wrong with you? You're gross. What's wrong with him is he has to step it up because people are getting tired of it. People are getting tired of like the super fucking, even the people who don't like trans people are getting tired of the super fucking anti-trans, anti-gay shit because they can't afford to eat. And they're like, holy fuck, like, can we talk about some goddamn things that will actually be positive? My son needs a job. My son is 20 years old. He can't get a job. Somebody help. Tell him to go into trades, by the way. So people are getting sick of it. And they're getting sick of people looking like AndyPants does. These are the guys that are doing it. You're not even like anything close to like an alpha male. You're 5'6". You shock your hair. What are you doing? Okay? You're cosplaying as somebody who would have been cool if men still dominated the fucking world. You would have been beat up and thrown onto the ground. Okay? You're not cool, bro. You're not a cool guy. Not at all. It's just strange to me. Like, the fucking cringiest looking people are so far right. It's bizarre. But it's all performative because he used to do fucking left-leaning content before this. And, like, realistically speaking, he needs to up the ante because he needs more people to watch. Outrage, outrage, outrage. It's all it is. He's not stepping it up and being more provocative because he's becoming more radicalized. He's a pussy that needs fucking views. That's all it is. Anyway, let's watch this terrible, potentially, video about this. This is what he thinks of himself. This is what he thinks. This is him, by the way. He made the game to try to look like him. And that's why the guy doesn't have shocked hair, because he knows his hair looks like shit. But that's him. Same color hair. That's supposed to be him. Strong forearms. Do you even work out, dude? I got white fatigue from you, Andy. What are you doing? He's got his fucking child in there. I hope, Jesus Christ, I pray to Jesus. I say a prayer to Jesus that you're not going to have your daughter kidnapped in this game, because that would be insane psychopath behavior. Okay, all that would mean is that you're looking to every day you sit there with the mental fantasy. I wish somebody would harm my family so I can retaliate. Freak. That's a freak. That's the only thing that freaks think. People do that. They want their moments of glory. They're so unsatisfied with their boring fucking lives. But they sit there and they fast. They have these ideas. They imagine these ideas of people daydreaming. Oh, attack me, attack my family. I want to defend them. You wouldn't be able to, first of all. Second of all, that's weird. So if that happens, that will confirm my suspicion.
Steam is known for hosting a massive variety of games, from indie gems to some pretty controversial or even explicit titles.
Whoa.
It's a platform.
Inclusiveness Task Force. What? You weirdo.
That usually leans heavily.
Chad Pierce, crimes, homophobia, and transphobia. Whoa.
Into creative freedom, rarely stepping in to remove content unless it breaks very specific rules. But recently, something unexpected happened.
You think that this is unexpected? She's got big tits, by the way. I'd fuck her. Maybe they're not. Oh, wait, they're they, them. Sorry, officer. Sorry, officer. Don't shove their baton up my ass, please. Don't turn off your body camera, individual. Incredible. Yeah, I wonder why it got taken down. This says love is love, which always refers to two gay dudes wanting to fucking kiss, because nobody has a problem with two lesbians kissing, right? We all jerk off to it. And there's nothing wrong with two gay dudes kissing. I will jerk off to it if they're feminine enough. But this is saying it's wrong to be gay. I would have taken this shit down too, you freak.
YouTuber AndyPants released a new indie game titled Chad versus the Gay Nazis.
I'm going to tell you right now, if this guy is in defense of AndyPants, this is AndyPants on an alternative channel. I'm telling you right now, that's 100% fact.
As you can imagine.
That's a fact, in my opinion.
That name.
It's called Dark. His guy's name is Dark. He's got the dark voice. This is Andy. This is AndyPants, dude. Are you kidding? There's no way it's not AndyPants. There's no way it's not AndyPants. It's AndyPants. This is Andy. I'm already convinced that this is AndyPants. This is AndyPants.
Chad versus the gay Nazis. As you can imagine.
Okay. I'm almost shocked that you put the makeup that's on him looks really good. You actually yesified him here. The fact that you yesified this guy here means that you are the one projecting the fantasy of dressing up like a girl. That's what it is. I know trans people. They're chill. They're just trying to live their life. Guys like this, they wish they could be as brave enough to be like, hey, I'm a trans and I like to wear makeup and shit. But they can't do that, so they create video games where they do it really well. This is if I ever put makeup on myself, it would look fucking terrible. It would look terrible. Okay? You did a really good job, man.
Imagine. That name alone sparked a lot of conversation.
What did?
Especially
Chad Pierce or the name of the game?
Especially among gamers who have been critical of modern identity politics in the industry.
Nobody talked about this game, by the way. This is him pretending that there was a controversy about this terrible game.
The game quickly caught the attention of the anti-woke side of the gaming community, who saw it as a bold satire pushing back against the current cultural direction of...
Nobody knew about this game, Andrew. This is him. This is him. There was a lot of robust conversation online about this controversial yet brave game. Sir, please. Sir, please. Enough is enough. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Do you think anybody gave a shit about this? Nobody heard about it until now.
Mainstream gaming.
Whoa! What is... I guess Sid from Toy Story grew up. What the fuck? They went trans. God bless him. What does it say?
AndyPants game.
This is something on board. I don't want to read what it says. Furry on board, dude. Wow. Apparently it's shooting STDs at you or something.
Gaming has built a strong reputation on
wow. So apparently
current cultural direction of mainstream
non-binary people all have STDs. That is what AndyPants wants you to believe. Okay, that's pretty much it.
Gaming.
And they love Discord. They killed the Discord. I could see why he would defend Discord. He seems like a Discord moderator. Jarvis, pull up the picture. Jarvis, we got to pull up the picture of Andrew Pants here. Where did I put that picture? You got. Let me tell you something. This guy, Discord mod. Maybe me too. We got to keep that there for context. Context.
Andy.
Oh wait, we got to read the text. There's so much going on here.
The game quickly caught the...
Dad, look out! They're shooting STDs at us! Oh my God.
Attention of the anti-woke side of the gaming community, who saw it as a bold satire pushing back against the current cultural direction.
Oh, you're turning me on. Deploy the Discord mod. Wow. Deploy the Discord mod, guys.
Of mainstream gaming.
Wow. Trump is literally Hitler. Oh. BRB got to murder some babies and paint swastikas on Teslas. Who's murdering babies, bro?
AndyPants.
Oh, it's abortion. Mentally ill Discord mod. That's what their name is. I believe in peace, love, and equality, except for white people. They need to be gassed. Just to be clear, your side is the one that wants to gas white people, specifically white Jews, okay? But you don't think that they're white because you guys are incredibly anti-Semitic. So, just to be clear, okay?
Gaming has built...
Although so is the left quite a bit too, the far left. Racism pretty much ended in the 90s, but we have to keep it alive to push our satanic ideologies. Whoa, racism is completely gone, guys. All gone. By the way, I will say racism has been going down. Why has racism been going down? Because people hate gay and trans people so fucking much that they make weird video games about it. And so, like, you know, gay and trans people are really saving black people. Isn't that incredible? It's a beautiful thing. The redirection of your negative, bigoted focus.
It's a strong reputation on YouTube for calling out the rise of woke...
Whoa. Excuse me?
AndyPants Gaming has built a strong reputation on YouTube for calling out the rise of woke ideology in modern video games.
This guy put a fucking filter over his voice and then just took his tiny little dingle and started stroking that thing on screen. AndyPants is lots of notoriety. Dude, this is you. This is you, bro. This is you. You made this video. Nobody would ever be like, oh, AndyPants is so great. This is him. Bro, this guy's a freak. This is so him. Oh my God. Deep dive videos, guys. By the way, just so you guys are clear, AndyPants took down his Monster Hunter review because Ryan Beard made him look like a fucking loser. I'm not kidding. This is a real thing. He got exposed so hard for not knowing what the fuck he was talking about. He removed the video from his own channel. It's incredible. All right. Apparently, that 2-hour-long video defending him on his channel is interesting. Let's just continue this.
When he does,
It's okay, soul sister. You know what's more important than either of our lives? Diversity. Wow, that's incredible.
they hit hard.
Female pilot / DEI hire. Nobody actually believes that shit. And I sure as hell ain't dying with no old white man with his dick chopped off. I don't know what the fuck that means. But she's a DEI hire, apparently, because she's a black woman. And that's it. And I guess she took her earring out, so her ear's infected or something. I have no idea what that is.
His investigations
But Pasan Hiker told me nobody is free until everyone is free. Diversity, bring me home, Master Satan.
into the industry go way deeper than most
Boom.
channels.
Oh, yeah. He goes way deeper than most channels. And when he says that, he means down his throat with big fucking black dildos attached to fucking girl dolls because he loves trans cock.
Often uncovering the kinds of things other creators won't touch.
Yeah. Because nobody else does this weird anti-woke freak shit. Nobody, not a single other person does this. Right, Synthetic Man?
AndyPants Gaming has been a staple in the fight against woke trends in gaming for years.
A staple. Oh, my God.
AndyPants Gaming has been a
Daddy,
staple
are you going to hurt the men who did this to me?
against woke trends
Yes,
in gaming
sweetie.
for
Some bad men are going to learn a lesson today. He's living out his weird fantasy of his family getting harmed so that he can defend them.
years.
Notice how, is his wife not in this video?
He's been one of the few creators consistently standing firm against the growing wave of controversial content
Look at those tits. Nice.
and censorship in the industry.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
Whether it's calling out bias
You looking at porn?
wave of controversial content and censorship in the industry.
Can I help you?
Whether it's calling out
You looking at porn? This guy's name is Yakim or something? Joe Quinn? Joe for short. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
biased narratives or highlighting double standards,
Double standards. What is happening here? You playing Pac-Man? Yeah.
Andy
All right. Well, go to the cafeteria, my dude. It's Taco Tuesday, and we got some kids' lunch to clean. He's a fucking janitor. Okay. I mean, that could be a good job. Some good benefits depending on the school.
Pants has never backed down from addressing the problems head on.
Gay, black, Jewish dads for Christ. All right. Well, Lenny Kravitz, thank you so much for your service, brother.
With over 200,000
Babies belong in the dumpster. Yeah. Furious cat mom. All right. Joaquin. Okay. Heterosexual marriage is hateful and racist and xenophobic. Wow. This probably really appeals to people with a fucking victim complex.
subscribers and years of dedication to the space.
Years of dedication to the space. That's insane. Wow. Or is it possible nobody wants to touch you and you're mad about it? Interesting.
AndyPants
Sorry, I'm in the middle of editing right now, and I'm looking decent, by the way. So I kept that in. But dude, I'm rewatching some of this, and do you see this? This sign here. All these signs are just satirical from this guy. Right? They're all supposed to be like basically bad. Like, oh, gay, black, Jewish, dads for Christ. This says love everyone except racists. He's mocking this. This is him mocking the like, why would you, like, what is self-own? You thinking it's bad to, like, you think it's some kind of hypocrisy because racists aren't loved? What? Are you fucking stupid? Why would you love racists? But this to him is like, we got them. They talk about accepting everybody. Oh, well then how come you don't accept racists? Because you're fucking stupid. What an idiot. I had to unironically add this in. This is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. This is fucking pathetic. This is insane. Like, some of you, these fucking right-wing weird freaks that make games about, like, weird fantasies about their 10-year-old daughter. This is the type of mentality that they operate with. Hey guys, we got them. They don't love racists, but they say love and accept everyone. Exposed liberal. Another alt-right Trump supporting chud. If a man would ever touch me, I hope I get pregnant so I can kill it. Oh my God. Incredible.
Recently took things a step further.
Do you understand that you and all of your terrible ideas will die with you? If you never have children, how will your legacy live on? Well, listen, AndyPants, you think that they're grooming children. So that's how, according to your logic, I don't think they're grooming children. But maybe you should groom yourself for once. Because again, this is your hair. That's incredible. Incredible.
By making his own game.
His own game. It looks so good, guys.
After months of development.
It's never been about continuing on. It's about sending a message. It's about owning the chuds before I die. Wow. The literal Jonkler. This is literally Melvin, the brother of the Joker right now.
He released Chad versus...
Wow, that's dark. Well, good luck with that.
The gay Nazis.
Wow. There's a... What the fuck? I guess it's a little boy with makeup on. Teacher said when I turn 7, they can turn me into a girl. Thank you for respecting the pronouns, young person. Based on my brain barely being developed at all, that seems like a good idea. Wow, incredible.
Parody game clearly meant to push back against the direction modern games have taken.
This game is absolutely... makes me want to say slurs. Kid 1. Apparently the second kid that you see is Kid 1. That's incredible. I can't wait to be a trans sex worker like Teacher one day. Wow, is this supposed to be a boy that's dressed like a girl? I don't really understand.
But almost immediately after...
Gay Arab... Oh, there's slurs on the screen. Gotta love it.
After launching...
Okay.
The game was banned from...
Wow, this is incredible. Here's what I love about this. This will show you something. Watch this. I want you to watch this.
A parody game clearly meant to push back against the direction...
This is room 26.
Modern game.
This is room 22. What you think that there'd be a 24 in there? You know, I would imagine there's other rooms on this side. Couldn't even get the numbers. Can't even count correctly. Couldn't even count correctly. That's impressive.
...have taken.
Wow.
But almost immediately after launching, the game was banned from Steam.
You know, I think the most disturbing part of this game is that you play as a janitor who just walks up to every kid that they see and starts talking to them. It's kind of weird. My janitor never just like opened up conversations with kids. Kind of makes me feel like your main character is supposed to be trying to molest these children.
It's important to point out that Steam has...
Inshallah, children. This is from Morning Announcements. This says men are scum here on our tits. We welcome and celebrate all faiths here, even faiths that would throw us off our roof in Saudi Arabia for being gay. I just want to be absolutely clear here. There might be a level of truth to that. If this country was run by Christians, that would also be something that would happen in America. The success of America is not because of Christianity. It's because people started to move away from religion, just to be clear, okay? This sign says protect pedophiles. I'm assuming they mean your main character that walks around and talks to every single child that you see.
Has a long
and engages with them about conversations about them being sex workers. That's what you've done so far. By the way, the second child that you talk to in this game as the main character, you talk to them about sex work. So that's definitely not, there's definitely no predatory, there's nothing predatory about that. There's nothing weird about you making a game where the second child you see in it, you have a conversation with them about them being a sex worker. That's not weird at all.
History of allowing highly
Now, when I said all faiths earlier, I did not mean all, of course, Christianity. See, because at the end of the day, this isn't about multiculturalism at all. Wow, that's incredible.
Including violent.
At the end of the day, this is really just about killing white people, destroying Christianity, and hating Western culture. Wow, that is incredible. That is ridiculous. So I have somebody in here claiming to be a custodian at an elementary school saying you're not even allowed to talk to the children. So apparently you're playing as a character who is a janitor in this game, and your biggest thing is walking around talking to kids about doing sex work, and you're supposed to be the good guy. Good job, AndyPants. Your projection is coming through very beautifully, brother. I love it so much. Talk to this young child, too.
Even adult themed.
This is why we often say things like white people have no culture, despite white people literally discovering electricity. Wow, Thor made that. Modern medicine, cell phones, computers, and basically everything. What is white culture? Electricity is white culture. Didn't like fucking Arabic people create math? I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like different cultures have created different things. Andy, you gotta keep something in mind here. I want people to understand something about people like this. They think that because they're white, that they have accomplishment. But they are not accomplished. They have miserable marriages. Their children hate them and resent them. They make video games that are meant to be like anti-woke, where you play as a anti-woke janitor and you walk around talking to children about sex work. Definitely freak projection from this guy. But they cosplay as if they would be like super valuable members of society, that they've done so much. These people, 1,000 years ago, whenever, however long ago, they would have been fucking beggars on the street. They're the bottom of the barrel white people, and the reason that they identify as white is because they need to identify with something, and they don't like black people getting jobs because usually they would get the DEI jobs. They were worthless, but they'd still get the job. They have a borderline in like IDD, but they would have got the job because we are not allowed to have black people in certain jobs. But now things are changing, and black people are like, oh wait, they're actually just people. They're working jobs too. Now AndyPants is out of a job. All he does is go online and talk about how everything is gay and terrible and woke and blah 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 while he sleeps on the couch. He's a loser.
Titles. Their policy typically leans toward.
Now, we all know that racism has pretty much ended in the 1980s in America. In the 1980s? Wait a minute. Sorry. The 1980s? Didn't we abolish racism in 1965? Why are you saying the 1980s? Okay. But we have to keep it alive in order to push our satanic ideologies. Everything is racist. Wow, exhausting. Incredible.
Open expression, only stepping in when.
Well, that's all we have for today. What is that? A salami, a sacum? I don't know.
Content crosses very specific.
Yes, please go and talk to more children.
Lines.
All right, gay, furry, pedophile, Nazi. Wow, that's incredible. They're not even wearing anything furry or Nazi or pedophile-esque. Help! The Trump administration wants to round all gay people up in camps.
That's why this situation feels different.
Who is Trump? Okay. Oh, he's the politician that existed at a universe that's not the universe of this game. Okay, gotcha.
The fact that AndyPants game was banned.
I've never seen anyone on the right support the idea of rounding up gay people in camps. Wait, I have seen. What I have seen is I'm simply asking you to not sexually molest children.
And so.
Wow, that's incredible. So interesting. Okay.
Quickly raises real questions.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem.
But they're so cute with their little outfits. I can't. Oh my! I can't help myself sometimes. This game isn't even offensive anymore. It's just so fucking stupid. Oh my god, dude, bro. Not unironically, this guy should have his fucking platform. I'm not even trying to be that guy. This is so insanely fucking homophobic and transphobic. This isn't just like a basic disagreement with the lifestyle. This is like actual psychopath fucking behavior. Unironically, like, YouTube, you got to give this guy a fucking something. You can't let creators that exist like this, that actively promote this type of stuff, like a fucking free pass. I don't care if you think that that's that. There's a difference between coming on and saying I don't agree with gay people and shit, like fucking Ben Shapiro. I'm totally chill with that. I disagree, but I like Ben. I can respect him in general. Versus this weird freak shit, this weird freak projection. Oh my god, dude, this is insane, dude. This is, by the way, this is modeled after Andy when he was like 20 years old and wishes that he could, dress up and molest children, because apparently that's what he likes to do. That's just what I'm getting from this game so far.
Like a standard.
Andy, have your character talk to the little boy over there. Be a weirdo. By the way, both these white characters look the same. Are you trying to say something, Andy? Anti-white? All white people look the same? Kind of fucked up. Okay, so we established that nobody's rounding you up in camps, and you can do literally anything you want in your private life, and all we are asking is to stay away from children. Is it so hard not to diddle children?
It's targeted. Like certain groups went after this game because of who.
Oh, hard. It's just, I think it said so hard. Ooh, hard, smiley face.
Because of who Andy is.
Andy's a fucking loser. If you get anywhere near my daughter, I will fucking end your life, you freak. I told you, this is him living out his fantasy.
And what the game represents.
Oh, trans rights are human rights. Sure.
Sense.
Wrong. You don't have the right to get near my kid, otherwise they'll end your life. They didn't even say anything about fucking your kid. They just said trans rights are human rights, but okay.
When satire goes in one direction, it's often protected. But when it pushes...
He didn't even mop up the spill. He mopped next to it. Your character is fucking incompetent.
Back against the narrative...
What the hell? Woof, I'm Cuddles, the heckin' social credit doggo. Okay.
Suddenly it's a problem. AndyPants Gaming is facing...
Why is your character cornering children? What the fuck is this? Your character is cornering children. Oh my God. Teacher said when I turn 7, they can turn me into a girl based on my brain barely. Okay, we've already read this before.
Serious censorship beyond just...
I can't believe he's cornered like 4 children. This one says black gay Jewish hedgehog lives matter. That's incredible.
Steam.
Wait. Okay, we gotta see what the... Oh, that one said Jim.
Andy's
Okay.
game, Chad.
If a black person goes to jail because it's because the system is rigged against them, but if a white person goes to jail, it's justice. Mighty Queef. Okay. Exhausting.
Versus the gay Nazis was banned there.
That's quite some theory you got there.
His Shopify store was...
But don't black people commit disproportionately more of the crimes, murders, and robberies than whites? So it makes sense that more of them would be in jail. This is a racist statement, just a fact. Yes, sure, that is true. But why is it true? A history of systemic racism, we know, is the reason why of like beating down black people. Okay, I don't feel like getting super fucking social in here and having this whole discussion about like a history of systemic racism that's, you know, created certain fucking problems in society. But this is him screaming black people are violent. There's obviously a reason black people aren't violent. Okay, you're being fucking insane. It's so funny that the same people who are like brag about how we used to colonize and imperialize the world talk about how black people are more violent. It's like, it seems like we're much better at it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Suddenly taken down, followed shortly by his link.
Data is racist. Charts are racist. I knew for a fact that bad graphs are infected with white supremacy. You've been trying to keep the black man down for 400 years.
Tree page being removed as well. This looks like a core.
His link tree was taken down. What exactly is keeping you down anymore? The constant free money and services from the government gives you, racist DEI and affirmative action policies designed to hire unqualified people. That's so interesting because, like, he's an unqualified person that wants a job because DEI is taking it away from him because it's giving people an opportunity to get jobs that deserve it. But what is so funny here is that, like, this is such a stupid statement because one of the things I hear from conservatives, which I totally agree with, is that our welfare system is a trap. It is a legitimate trap, but you go on it, it's very hard to get off of it, especially in a poor area, because you're better off being on welfare because the jobs don't pay well and it's hard to get back on. And so I think that we should change what welfare is. We should go to something that like Milton Friedman, a conservative, would advocate for as a negative income tax, a form of a UBI, something where it's like if you make less money, you get money back from the government. Easy to get on, easy to get off. No overburdened and overbubbled, middleman services where the government has too much control. Not a bloated system, a nice, simple, like if you don't make a lot of money, you will get money back. If you make some money, you will still get some money back. Once you hit $50,000 a year, let's say, you don't pay any taxes. And then you start increasing your taxes from $50,000. So no taxes, $50,000 and under. You actually get money back from the government if you're making under $50,000. And then over $50,000, you start to pay taxes. That's what we should be doing. And again, Milton Friedman, a conservative, advocates for a form of stuff like a form of a policy like that. And I agree with that. I think that's a great idea. Get people off of welfare. It just keeps them on life support. It doesn't allow them to engage in any growth. But this weird freak that made this game that you play as a janitor going around talking to little kids, I guess doesn't really understand the talking points. So
to cancel him. Likely driven,
ladies and gentlemen, we have the white supremacists in our midst. Wow.
By leftist activists who have...
I'm not racist at all. A ton of based black people agree with me. They have no problem calling out their own race, which means you seem to unable to do. Race baiting and victimhood are the only languages you speak. Wow. This whole game is race baiting now.
Targeted AndyPants across multiple platforms.
Arrest him. Hey, Chad, could you deer and clean this puke up? Thanks. Bro, you're sitting here talking to everybody instead of doing your fucking job. What's wrong with you?
Becoming clear, this isn't just about one...
Yes, ma'am, sir, Miss Pencil.
...policy violation.
Oh my God, Chad, you need learning. I'm exhausted by reading this shit. It's fucking slop on the screen. It's just literal AI slop. It's the same AI that Death Noodles uses.
But a broader campaign to silence his voice and block access to his work.
Incredible.
Ironically, this whole situation... mirrors the story.
I love how, like, so I just feel like I have to read this.
Block access to his work.
I'm a janitor. When does that white privilege kick in? I just want to be, like, absolutely clear here. Okay? Janitors is a good, respectable job. And if you're not aware of that, it usually has good benefits too, especially depending on the school system. If you're not aware of that, like AndyPants isn't, you're a fucking weird loser. Oh, I'm just some simple janitor. Where's my white privilege? White privilege aside, the undertone here is that a janitor isn't a respectable position. It is. It's a good job with benefits, usually with like a pension. So, okay.
Ironically, this whole situation mirrors the story of Chad from AndyPants' game.
Great.
A man who's being canceled and cast out by a society that has fully embraced degeneracy and radical ideas.
He can't even mop the spill correctly. He's standing in front of it.
It's like a world that's gone rogue, turning away from faith and forgetting tradition.
He used to be married, I guess, in the game to some weird leftist. Wait, is AndyPants divorced? Wait, is AndyPants divorced from his... Wait, I think AndyPants' wife left him. Wait. I think AndyPants' wife left him. The fuck is this? I looked it up and this is what came up. AndyPants' wife is freaky. My wife is a sex goddess. Throwaway account. My M42 wife, female 45, and I have been together 8 years, married for 5. We have sex all the damn time. She's incredible. Just the other night, we were in different parts of the house doing our own thing. I was about to head to bed when she came bounding down the stairs, stockings, a garter, and a midriff tank top. Dear God, she's the sexiest thing I've ever seen. We immediately went into the bedroom and had incredible sex that ended in a soul-rending blowjob. Our friends are mutual, so it would be weird for me to say these kinds of things to them. I just needed to put this out in the world, how much I enjoy this woman. Okay. So, like... I guess I stand corrected if that's real. That's incredible, brother. Really happy that you... Okay. I'm starting to... So you're telling me that you're... Because why did you make your ex-wife in this game a super leftist? Maybe that's his ex-wife before this wife. Okay. Totally true story, guys.
Traditional values.
That's gay, bro.
Conflict isn't just about a game.
God. No.
It's about a deeper cultural battle over what kind of society we want to live in. Andy released a bold,
incredible.
no-hold...
Okay. This game is full of slurs.
...barred parody game targeting leftist identity politics. A 2D shooter where literal gay Nazis are the villains. Despite the clear satire, Steam refused...
Chad sneaks into the quiet classroom and notices his beautiful daughter, Lainey, sitting there. I don't know. I'm sure, like, it's okay to call your daughter beautiful, but the way that the tone of this game is making me uncomfortable, Andrew. Andy, is there something that you want to say about your daughter here? What were you thinking about when your wife gave you that soul-rendering blowjob? Okay.
...used to let him sell the game on their platform.
It's a shame how much she looks like her psycho mom. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I don't know. Listen, I know that kids look like their parents, but something is fucking weird about this game, man. This is kind of weird.
Fandom Pulse recently...
He starts to wave and then stops himself. Now that she's older, she told your ex-wife it embarrasses her when dad waves at her because he's a janitor.
...shared exclusive quotes and screenshots from AndyPants himself.
Okay. So as I was saying, in 2075, our country, the United Diversity States of America, adopted the Hate Speech Act. The act would make any acts of hate speech punishable. Gotcha.
...about the whole situation. Okay. But things have only gotten worse in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
AndyPants' Shopify store, where he was selling the game independently, suddenly went offline.
This is his video.
Now, anyone trying to visit the page just sees an error message saying, "Something went wrong. This store is unavailable." After losing his Shopify store.
Why are these two janitors just watching children in class? This seems like it's against the rules.
AndyPants moved his game's download link to Linktree, a popular platform that many influencers use to share their social media and store links in one place.
Okay.
But now, that Linktree page has also been taken down. Visitors see a message saying, "This account has been removed due to a breach of our community standards." This pattern suggests a coordinated effort to block AndyPants from sharing his game anywhere online. The game itself features caricature.
Hold on, I gotta read this.
Block AndyPants from sharing his game anywhere online.
I want to read things about his Laney is 10 now. Chad found his mind wandering. Okay.
The game itself
That's what do you wander in your mind about? A time not that long ago.
itself features caricature parodies of
Daddy, can we play Princess versus Ninja one more time? Is this your tickle time with your daughter, Andrew?
of well-known
Sure, Nugget. I thought it said something else.
personas in the gaming community.
Daddy, I gotta read these because this is really creeping me out. I'm gonna kidnap you. Don't kidnap me. Wait, am I the ninja or the princess?
This has stirred some
Sometimes mommy and daddies fall out of love.
controversy on platforms like X.
But why can't we all live in the same house together?
However, so far,
Based on accounts solely from his wife, Chad Pierce is a manipulative and narcissistic liar and unfit to take care of his. Okay, so we got to throw in there that all single dads are victims, right? Okay, gotcha. I mean, some of them are, but AndyPants, I don't know, man. It seems like you maybe have a thing for your daughter.
none of the individuals who may be
Women aren't capable of lying, and we must believe all women. Full custody awarded to Samantha
Parodied.
Baxter. Wow, incredible.
have come forward with
Only way I'll see Laney again is if I work at her school. Maybe I could take this janitor job. Wow, what were you doing before?
formal accusations. What feels more
Pretty hard to get a janitor job. There's a pretty long list, bud.
certain is that a group of leftist activists who harbor strong dislike for it
Okay, Joe is goofing off chanting one of the slogans of the gay Nazi Party. Gotcha.
have organized efforts to take him down, pushing to get his game banned and his presence deplatformed. This coordinated campaign goes beyond simple criticism and looks like a targeted attempt to silence him and stop the game from being shared. The story of the game,
Dude, this is his account. He made this. This whole thing is so weird. I know at this point. I'm convinced. Okay, maybe I don't know, but I'm convinced that he made this game himself. Or excuse me, he made this video himself. This is unhinged behavior. Unironically unhinged behavior.
feels deeply personal, almost like a reflection of Andy himself, through the character of Chad, a father who's lost custody of his daughter because of his beliefs, living in a society where sexuality and degeneracy have become the new normal.
Didn't we just watch this guy to brag about a fucking soul-shattering blowjob, and he's sitting here talking about degeneracy viruses?
Anyone who opposes this is labeled a bigot, an outcast,
Only
or even a
Sims.
white supremacist. The game's characters include men dressed in women's
Why is this game so easy? How come this game is so fucking easy?
clothes and black figures, which seem to represent the kinds of characters that the big gaming industry is pushing on players today. Through this game, AndyPants is holding up a mirror, showing players the cultural shifts in gaming and making a statement about the world.
I think this game is sucking my soul out. Like AndyPants' wife sucks his soul out of his penis after a soul-shattering blowjob.
he sees around him. The game uses a lot of modern terms and phrases like Black Lives Matter
Okay.
and trans men are women.
Incredible. Trans men are women? Well, no, they would be trans women. You would be calling them men. I'm so confused. Do you know what a trans man is? I don't understand. Okay. I mean, you do you, brother.
Presenting them as part of its parody.
Gotcha.
While it's disturbing for some, it's meant to
This kid's got to go to class and stop puking on the floor. Palestine for gay Indian robots.
reflect what the creator sees in today's society, especially
What does this last thing say? This new sign. There's like
it's
new
meant-
signs every 2 seconds. Be queer, strike fear.
to reflect
Okay.
what the creator sees in today's society.
Workers of the world unite. That's a nice. Isn't that a good one? Wait, I'm sorry. All these signs on the walls are supposed to be Andy like disagreeing with everything, right? Like the idea is that every sign on the wall is like bad, and now he has a sign on the wall that says "Workers of the world should unite." You're saying that creating unions are bad? Is that what you're saying? I'm a little confused where this is going.
Especially in America, where
What the fuck is the green stuff? Pedophile lives matter. Incredible.
faith and religion, particularly Christianity,
That's Hassan Parker. Dude, this is Hassan Parker. Haha, AndyPants is obviously closeted and gay. Dude, this is actually the first time in my entire life I've agreed with Hassan Parker. What do you, this is so true. AndyPants is obviously closeted and gay. Has Hassan ever said this, or is this him wishing Hassan would acknowledge him?
Christianity seem to have been
Isn't he married with 2 kids? See, that's all just a lifelong, dedicated, elaborate cover-up for an absolutely gay man. True.
largely abandoned.
I don't know. After this game, I don't know if AndyPants is gay or if he has like an attraction to kids, to be honest with you. I don't know.
In the game, the character...
Haven't you devil worshippers been secretly wishing people were gay since the 90s? It was the American Beauty and Magnolia. You tried to rewrite Christopher Columbus's Jesus. What the fuck is he talking about?
Chad is forced to live in a world surrounded by...
What seems more likely is that you're fucking gay. And you wish AndyPants was too because you think he's hot. Dude, what the hell?
by these degenerate characters.
Whatever, Chud. I'm not gay.
Whose main focus...
So you're not gay, but a simple Google search reveals multiple times you dress up as a woman. Checks out. Andy, come on, bud. You can't really insult people when you look like this. I'd rather dress up like a woman than whatever the fuck this is.
is shown as harmful and
That was just a party. It wasn't meant to be serious. He's owning Hassan Porker here.
inappropriate.
I love how AndyPants made Hassan not muscular in this game because he's so insecure. Also, the logic, if someone thinks homosexuality is wrong, they must be gay, doesn't really hold up. Are anti-abortion people secretly pro-abortion? The logic is if you're hating something so much, it's not that you disagree with it. If you hate something so much that you probably engage in that behavior because you're trying to have society regulate it for you because you can't control yourself. Just to be clear. So, okay.
Especially
and like, yeah, doesn't Trump say like? Well, I guess he's not anti-abortion. He says the states can do whatever they want, which is really just allows them to peel back rights. But yeah, man, I don't think you're gay. I think you might be a pedophile though. Like this is super projection, 1000%. You're sitting here saying uncomfortable. You're walking up to every single child in the game, talking to them about sex work, and then like you're saying really awkward things about your daughter. It's actually strange.
Involving children. The game uses
Trump is Hitler. Okay, boss.
extreme satire to criticize what it views as...
This is extreme satire. Hey, kids, do you want to come to Sunday school sometime with a smiley face? Yeah, this guy's name is... I want to be absolutely clear here. This is Pastor Diddler. In the world where LGBTQ shit is taken over, and this pastor is apparently named Diddler and molesting kids. Let me tell you something, bud. That's just the way it is right now, no? I've never seen a massive, trans sex scandal with them molesting kids. I have seen a massive sex scandal of priests molesting kids and then them being covered up. So this one is just not even in the future. This is just right now, or I guess in the past. In the past. Incredible stuff. Okay.
troubling cultural trends.
We teach that Jesus is a pansexual queer woman and that it is a sin to hate everyone. Okay.
Now, it's important to recognize that this game...
But doesn't the Christian Bible teach that people who don't repent their sins, including those who commit gay acts, will burn in hell eternity? Yeah, isn't that a problem? If you don't repent your sins, you go to hell for eternity. If a guy tickles your prostate with their fucking penis that you gotta put in your ass, you will go to hell forever. Not just for a little while. Forever. Isn't that psychotic? Oh.
It may seem inappropriate or even offensive to some people. And that's
You're so hateful. Jesus never said it was wrong to be gay like me. Okay, that's probably true.
understandable.
Except he did, though, in Matthew. Jesus refers the righteous destruction of sodomy for having gay butt sex. Okay. He says gay butt sex? That's incredible.
It's a very bold parody, and it doesn't hold back on controversial topics.
It's a very bold parody. Andrew, you think very highly of yourself.
But at the same time, this is a game.
God.
And like many other games before it, it uses satire to make a statement. There have been...
I swear to God, as we've been watching this AI script that AndyPants has created has been regurgitating the same talking point over and over again as you walk through the game. Nice tits.
far more graphic or offensive games
Hey, look, it's Matt Walsh. We found him.
that somehow became normalized without as much backlash. The society portrayed...
Cuckman. Matt Walsh. I told you. Told me if I injected myself with 500 milliliters of estrogen every day, it would get me more viewers on YouTube. This is so stupid.
in the game is very much a reflection of certain lifestyles and behaviors
I can't
promoted
even
by
read
some
this anymore.
activists in the LGBTQ community,
Oh my God.
especially during Pride Month.
Pride Month. Yeah,
Whether you
terrible,
agree or
right?
disagree with the game's message, it's clearly designed
The game's message is just a freak.
to provoke thought and discussion about these cultural issues.
Well, I'm certainly thinking that AndyPants wants to fuck his child. Not trying to be an asshole or too intense, but This game is a creepy dog whistle. Also, Andy, why in this game do you leave school grounds to clean up puke? You're a fucking janitor. Have some self-respect.
This game is bound to
Most janitors will say, this is not my jurisdiction.
cause outrage for some people, and that's no surprise.
Redditor Basement Dweller. Wow, Andy put himself in the game twice. Isn't this fucking incredible?
While the design and style come off as a somewhat childish parody of reality, it's touching on very real and sensitive.
But a shaky 10-second video of a cop defending himself in an altercation proves that we are in fact a white supremacist nation. Okay. Sure. Part of me wants to actually have a conversation here, but part of me just doesn't think it's worth anything. It's like, what's the point? I'm falling on deaf ears. There's a history of systemic racism. Like, I like to point to, I'll do it one time. Just one time. I like to point to Michael Brown as like a great example of how systemic racism works. Because if you like read through the DOJ report, Michael Brown charged a police officer and he was justifiably shot in self-defense, right? The cop was justified. But if you also read the report, it also says that the police in that area were heavily over-ticketing the black people in that area unnecessarily. And like, that's how systemic racism works. Over-ticketing, you purge a community of its money, you create resentment within a government institution that's supposed to be there to protect and serve everybody. It doesn't work. And so a resentment is created and there's poverty created and it turns into you not respecting the law and stealing, right? That's kind of how systemic racism works. And now it doesn't even have to be active anymore. It's like passive, but like the damage has been done. There are certain cultural aspects that were born of systemic racism that like are not great. And now it just perpetuates itself, right? So there you go. Quick little thing. I don't want to go too much into it because this game obviously is just like a weird, freaky message about, you know, projecting yourself onto kids or something. It's very strange.
Issues happening in today's world. For example, there have been cases.
Racism was pretty much over in America by the 1980s. This is why you have incredibly popular black movies and video games starring black people and athletes like Michael Jordan, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Oprah, Blade, The Walking Dead. Blade's not his name, it's Wesley Snipes, but okay.
Cases of teachers accused of criminal behavior involving young children, and debates about promoting sexuality in schools. At the same time, forced representation in media, like Netflix changing the race of well-known white characters, or Disney making many characters openly homosexual, has sparked heated controversy.
What the hell is this? Oh, they gave him a dog whistle. Wow, he didn't need that one, but they got it.
And divided audiences. AndyPants game taps into these cultural flashpoints, using satire to highlight what some see as...
He's walking around talking to random little kids. I can't wait. Oh, again, it's having a conversation with another kid about doing sex work. You weirdo.
As the extremes of modern society.
Wait, does Joe also work in the garage outside? I'm very confused about the role of people in this society. It makes very little sense to me.
Whether you agree or disagree, it's clear.
Also, by 2070 or whatever, wouldn't we have like robots doing everything?
This game is stirring the pot.
Wow, we are all fabulous children at.
And pushing people to...
Mr. Johnson, you're the coolest. Why does every kid look the same? This is...
talk about.
Wait, why did you call this person Mr. Johnson? This should have been. It would have been Mrs. Johnson. Like, isn't the whole narrative supposed to be that this would be a trans person, or is it supposed to be a guy in a dress? What's going on here?
People to talk about these hot button topics.
Wow, fire rescue, trans rights, incredible.
The game features explicit written scenes.
I like how his sidekick is some fucking Hispanic guy because he's got to create a token Hispanic person.
Showing some truly disturbing acts of sexual depravity and degeneracy committed by various side characters.
Incredible.
These characters are portrayed as
Destiny Charisma Smith. Is this supposed to be a Destiny reference?
deeply twisted. Many of them openly worship the devil and embrace dark satanic rituals as part of their lifestyle.
Okay.
Chad.
I love this. I love this. I love this. This is so funny. Hold on. Hate speech, freedom from science and religion. I don't. These two things conflict with each other, though. Right? Like, you can't engage in science, you can't engage in religion, but you can engage in LGBTQ Nazi shit, apparently. But, like, these two things next to each other, they conflict with each other objectively. These two things objectively conflict with each other. And I think religion can be a beautiful thing, but fundamentalists are fucking freaks that deny science. Okay? So these two things don't really work too well together, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. What the hell are you talking about?
The main character, is constantly trying to fight back against this chaos and depravity.
Yeah.
The game uses these extreme portrayals.
Whoa! The maker.
As a sharp parody.
Yes, praise the maker. She's... Why is every child a girl? Are you trying to say something, Andrew?
Of the cultural decay.
What's going on, Diesel? How you doing, brother?
That some people see happening in society.
Okay. It's religion with no God behind it, guys. Just mentally ill dude in a dress. Incredible. Who chopped his dick off. I love it when conservatives say that like LGBTQ is a religion because it kind of exposes yourself, no?
Today. This intense depiction makes the game highly controversial, but it's important to remember it's a work.
What the fuck? Is that Lainey? No! No! It's our rising 10-year-olds! Is that Lainey, his daughter?
Of parody meant
oh my god, dude. He made his own daughter from the real world in this game to make her strip on a pole. Oh, dude. Bro, this guy's got a super deep problem, dude. You have a fucking problem. You sexualize your own daughter in this game, you freak. Oh, dude, you are so nasty. You sick fuck. You disgusting sick fuck. That is disgusting. You made your daughter... I told you from the fucking start. What did I say? I told you from the start that this guy was going to act like a freak. He was going to put his own family in danger in the game so he can perform some kind of like fantasy of, I hope they try to hurt my daughter so I can go save her. This guy is a weirdo, dude. I told you what he was going to do to his own daughter, and I fucking called it. How predictable are these people? Okay? But this is very uncomfortable, especially with the things that you say to your daughter in this game. I'm convinced that you have a mental problem, bro. There's something going on. I'm not kidding, okay? Whoever called CPS on Ethan, don't call CPS on anybody else, because that's terrible. But frankly, this is absolutely fucking disturbing shit.
Provoke thought and discussion. Honestly, I found Chad...
How many times are you going to say you're going to provoke honest discussion or whatever? Oh my god.
Versus the gay Nazis to be a really interesting and thought-provoking game.
Dude, what?
It's unapologetically...
Oh my god. That's his ex-wife, by the way.
Bold.
Here's my thing. What do you have to understand? To me, this is an admittance that the character is fucking loser shit. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, when I met my wife, I'm not even kidding about this. My wife was very gay. Right? Like, my wife was part of the LGBTQ community. She loved doing like plays, like not like theater, the singing kind of theater. She was like bisexual. She kissed girls. All that. She never did it in front of me. Whatever. Kissed girls. Very independent. Okay. I met my wife unironically. Everything like that went away. She's a fucking mush. She loves me. She wants me to play traditional masculine roles. She wants me to pay for things. She wants to take care of the house and the home. She wants to produce babies for me. She wants to do all this shit for me. But in your game, your main character is a Chad, but couldn't activate the primal urges of a woman. I think that, I'm not even kidding. If a good man comes along for a woman, she will revert back to her fucking biological nature. By the way, she doesn't have to. You go do whatever you want. But if you're a good fucking masculine presence man, every single woman wants to stay home, be a stay-at-home mom and push out babies. Okay? If they aren't doing that, that's because men ain't shit. And they haven't been able to find a man that's not a fucking loser like AndyPants who makes video games about sexualizing his own 10-year-old daughter. So your main character is an admitted fucking loser. He's a loser. He's a loser. That's what you're showing me. If a man gets with a woman and she doesn't revert back to her nature, if she doesn't want to go to thrift stores and forage, gotta appeal to the primordial nature of women, then you are not a real man. You should be able to factory reset your wife into her fucking cervix. That's where the button is. That is where the button is. If you can't hit your wife's factory reset button in her cervix, we call that an attitude adjustment, you ain't shit. That's all you're admitting in this game, Andrew Pants. That's a fact. Okay? That's a fact, brother. What are you doing? That's why in his weird, I'm assuming it was him, brag post on Reddit, he's like, my wife sucked my pee-pee real good. My wife does too, but we don't end with that, bud. We never end with that kind of shit. Let me tell you something, okay? Ending off with that. Okay.
Cold and raw.
Are you kidding me? She's my 10-year-old. Are you kidding me, Sam? She's a 10-year-old doing a striptease. I was watching it.
It's parody. And it really makes you stop and think about the direction our society could be heading if certain political forces and
Bro, he missed something here.
Stop and think about the direction our society could be heading.
Dude, I'm not trying to be a guy. Bad words are bad, but oh great, Looney Tunes is here. You could have used a different word than tunes. I'm not going to say the word because it's a slur. But I was trying to be. I mean, you already used like 10 slurs in this game anyway. But if I was going to be funny, I would have said Looney something else. But you're a fucking loser. You're stupid. You don't even know how to make your own game. Your script sucks balls. You suck wiener. Fuck you, loser.
If certain political forces and figures hadn't
aren't these things from like Fallout or something?
Stepped in to change the course. This game feels like a glimpse into a reality that some fear is becoming more.
Damn, he got beat up by robots. Oh, he woke up in somebody else's room. I guess Jose saved him, or Joe, or whatever.
And more possible. A world where common sense and traditional values are pushed aside in favor of extreme
custody lawyer
ideologies. If you're someone who's tired of the usual mainstream gaming narratives and want to experience something that challenges
they let him back to work?
The cultural status quo, I highly recommend.
Damn, what a cuck. He went right back to work. And he just started being a cuck.
Giving this game a shot.
Bitch.
It's not just a game. It's a statement.
Hold on. What?
Recommend.
Wait a minute.
Want to experience something that challenges the cultural status quo? I
don't understand what this is. Every time you do your job, you get social credits. Is this a communist world or something? I don't understand what this is. What?
I recommend giving this game a shot. It's not just a game. It's a statement.
They said give the game a shot? How many shots do you have, AndyPants? How many times did you get the poke? Interesting.
And beyond that,
this is ridiculous.
It's important to support creators like AndyPants,
who
have been standing their ground in the face of censorship and cancel culture.
So true, King. I just want to remind everybody of one thing here as we sit here and jerk, as AndyPants makes a fake account, sitting here saying that he's standing firm, standing strong against adversity. This is a video that Ryan Beard made about AndyPants, about his horrible coverage of the Monster Hunter game. And there is no Monster Hunter game on in AndyPants' account. The guy who made a fake account that claims to be standing firm in the face of adversity, got a minuscule amount of pushback from a gay-looking dude. I love you, Ryan. And it made him take down his coverage of the game. This is who we're talking about. AndyPants, the one who made an AI script about how much of a macho man he is, gets taken down instantaneously the second he gets any pushback from anybody. Cuck. He's a cuck. He's a fucking cuck. That's some pussy ass shit. Pussy ass shit.
His work, both his videos and now his game, deserve to be seen and heard.
Wow. Incredible.
Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate your support. Be sure to stick around and stay tuned for more content here on the Dark Voice of Gaming. We're just getting started and there's a lot more to uncover and discuss.
Okay. Thanks, Andrew. That was something. Incredible.